a video earlier today upstairs in the living room, and the time of the audio was off of with the video, and I'm sorry if there's noises because there always is if people are at home and you can hear like that was the kitchen. But anyway, I think what I will do is actually split this video up into two. So I will be talking about Zizek for both videos. The first one that I'm going to do right now is a more simple sort of interpretation slash maybe explanation slash my own views slash whatever. So I rewatched Zizek, exclamation mark, the documentary on Zizek that was done quite a few years ago now, but I had seen it 2 years ago and I decided to show my boyfriend. And there's one part where Zizek is talking about how he has this neurosis where he is constantly having to talk and kind of fill up space in order to feel like he has a self. And for other people, really, not so much for him to believe he has a self, but for other people to think he has a self. And he fears that kind of selflessness slash not having a self that comes with stopping to talk, that comes with, you know, sort of seeing that you're not composed of, you know, this kind of unifying thing within you. And I think in many ways the self is very much a mask that we project. We project who we want to be, you know, materially, the clothes that I'm wearing project the kind of whatever person I want to be for that day. So today I guess it's sophisticated gray sweater day. That's part of my identity. That's the easiest sort of example I can think of, but just personality traits and everything. We sort of want to believe, even if we're shy, for example, I think it's still a certain kind of projection that there isn't necessarily some shy person lurking within us. It's sort of how we've made ourselves over time, or how, you know, the outside world has made us through bad experiences and so on, but there isn't a definite self lurking beneath that will, you know, exist there eternally, that can't be changed. So this mask that we project, I think, is very much the only self that we have. And I don't personally share Zizek's fear, because I think this kind of playing with identity is important. He himself in the movie, he talks about how he thinks of himself as a monster, as not being human, which I think is very interesting, as kind of pretending to be human, which is very much part of the pretense of the self, the desire to at least appear that we are human or have human feelings. It seems kind of maybe sociopathic, but I don't really think it is ultimately. Yeah, that's really all I wanted to say about that, and then the second video will be talking about an article by Zizek. So I want to see maybe what you think, Sofia, about this, about mask as the only self that we can have. But I don't think that's necessarily to eliminate the reality of the mask. I think the mask is still something very, very real. It's kind of, in a sense, the only real, even though there is nobody necessarily lurking beneath that mask.